SBI, the largest bank in the country, is all set to declare its Q3 FY22 numbers, and let's break it down as to what the street is expecting with regard to SBI's numbers. The net interest income number is supposed to hover in the same range as it was in Q2 of FY22. It's expected to come in broadly around the 31,200 crore mark. That's an 8.26% growth on a year-on-year basis. When we look at the PPOP number, that's expected to go up a healthy 7.5% plus when we look at it on a quarter-on-quarter basis, 12.5% when we look at it year-on-year. And the PAT figure is expected to come in around the 8,200 crore mark. That's a 7.5% gain again there on a quarter-on-quarter basis, and a sharp 58% appreciation when we look at it on a year-on-year basis. Of course, led by that lower provisions number that we are expecting. In terms of gross and net NPA as well, the bank is supposed to keep doing better on the NPA front. So there's going to be a 20 basis point improvement in that gross NPA number from 4.9% to 4.7%. And the net NPA number is expected to come in at around 1.4%, which is a 10 basis point betterment versus the previous quarter. When we look at ROAs, they are expected to be stable. Mind you, ROAs are expected to start going up as the bank continues to recognize some of those disbursements that it's making, and the computed NIM is expected to be between 3.1 and 3.2% broadly. And that's how it's going to shape up in terms of the profitability. Moving on to the balance sheet side of things, well, net advances are expected to go up almost 7% year-on-year, but a healthy 3.5% when we look at it on a quarter-on-quarter basis. It's expected to breach that 25 lakh crore mark. Deposits too are expected to go up by around 2% on a quarter-on-quarter basis, almost 10% on a year-on-year basis, to very nearly the 39 lakh crore mark. So broadly, growing from strength to strength, as we would call it. And from the deposits, the largest contribution will be from the CASA. CASA is expected to come in at 45%, and that's a healthy increase in terms of when we look at the amount of deposit increase versus the amount of CASA increase. The CASA is going to increase by 13% on a year-on-year basis, almost 2.5% sequentially. In terms of management commentary, well, one can expect some amount of commentary on margins, fee income, as well as OPEX. Those will be monitorables. Those numbers will be keenly watched by the street. But really, essentially, we will hear from the management on how slippages are doing on the retail side as well as on the corporate side. And very importantly, how corporate growth is going to be picking up, and what is that expectation from the SBI management, who have a closer ear to the ground when it comes to corporate loan disbursements, and that will be a key monitorable as well. In terms of the stock price, well, the stock has obviously been an outperformer. In fact, the last 1 month has seen the SBI stock go up 12% versus Nifty Bank of only 6% gains. Last 6 months is an 18% gain versus Nifty Bank of 8.4%, and the last 12 months is a mammoth 52% versus Nifty Bank of 13.5%. In fact, when we look at the brokerage views as well, continue to be extremely strong. Most brokerages have a buy, outperform, and the like. In fact, there's just one brokerage which we notice who has a hold on this stock. So pretty much everyone flooding to SBI, and the floodlights also on SBI before these Q3 results.